be talking about the Book of Boba Fett. Sorry that this video is a little late. I've been busy with a lot of stuff. I guess let's just jump straight into it. There are spoilers in this video. So if you haven't watched it, click off unless you want to hear spoilers from us.
Unless you don't care.
Starting off, we have the first 4 episodes, and these are like the exposition.
The setup episodes.
With flashbacks of Boba Fett coming out of the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
And then being kidnapped by Tuskens, and then becoming part of this Tusken
becoming
family.
best buds with the Tuskens.
Like a Bantha. Yes?
But then, they die.
Yeah, they die. These first 4 episodes cut back between the flashback timeline and the main timeline. I think maybe this year we've just done like full flashbacks and then just cut straight into the main, and then cut into the main timeline.
Yeah.
Instead of like going back and forth for 4 episodes, where it felt like we got very little progression in the main timeline, because most of the time they spent focused on the flashback. With some of the flashbacks, some of them were good and important, like showing him coming out of the Sarlacc pit, and then the ones in episode 2 with the Tusken Raiders, those were pretty cool. But some of them were answering questions that I wasn't asking.
How did Boba Fett get his stick that he uses?
Or how did Fennec get the machine implants? The mods were kind of weird.
Yeah, and then we had the fastest high-speed chase of all time. They were going like, what, 20 miles an hour?
They were enjoyable episodes, but they weren't really pushing the plot forward as fast as I wanted to be pushed forward.
Yeah.
And then we cut to episodes 5 and 6.
The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian, season 3, episodes 1 and 2. These episodes were great.
Yeah.
Like,
they were great Star Wars episodes, but they weren't great Book of Boba Fett episodes.
Then episode 6 was basically just like Star Wars the episode, where it showed Luke training Grogu, stuff I didn't expect to see in the Book of Boba Fett, and it was awesome, but it didn't belong in this show.
Yeah.
Let Boba Fett have his own show. Like, when Boba came into The Mandalorian, it was still Mando's show. It wasn't like they gave a few episodes for Boba Fett. But these episodes were still really awesome. And then seeing Cad Bane in live action, that was so cool. And
sweet.
with Cobb Vanth, the shoot off with Cobb Vanth.
Now we got the season finale.
I wish that this season was 8 episodes, like The Mandalorian. But it feels like they didn't write enough. The first episodes had a lot more flashbacks to kind of just fill in the gaps. Episodes 5 and 6 were The Mandalorian. And then it was still only 7 episodes. But this episode gave us all the action that we wanted. Seeing Boba fight the droidicas while riding on a Rancor.
That was sweet.
But what I think was funny is, so they said that they're preparing for war, and then the war ended up just being a battle in a city, and it wasn't really like a war. It was just some pikes versus Boba and friends. And then Boba's duel with Cad Bane, I thought was fitting, but I wish they gave Cad Bane more in this show.
Yeah.
Because people who haven't seen the Clone Wars, he's just a character who shows up and dies.
Yeah, so maybe they should have introduced him in like episode 2 or 3.
And just one more thing is Grogu coming back to The Mandalorian. That actually kind of annoyed me, because it just like defeated the entire point of The Mandalorian season 2, which was to get Grogu to the Jedi.
Yeah, here's basically what it seemed like they did. They wrote The Mandalorian season 1 and 2, and then season 3 was going to be about just Mando, and then they were like, wait, Grogu makes a lot of money, so how about before we even start season 3, we bring Grogu back?
I like Grogu. He's a nice character to have, but I don't watch The Mandalorian because of Grogu.
Yeah.
That's the show. So this review was kind of as jumbled up as the show was.
Yeah.
I was kind of disappointed by it, but disappointing doesn't always mean bad.
Yeah.
Like, it was still a really enjoyable show, and I liked watching it, but it could have been, it's easy to imagine a better version of this show. If it was more focused on Boba Fett and established the villains earlier on, and if they kind of went to some different planets, I think then it would have been a better show.
We're getting another show later this year that's going to be all on Tatooine.
I say I would give this show a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Tell us in the comments what you thought of the Book of Boba Fett, and that's all for us. Please like and subscribe. Bye. Look at that.
Yeah.
Duct tape.
Maybe not.